What's up, y'all? It's Brian back again with Crush Cards for another deck profile, and this is something I've been working on for about a week or so. If any of you guys saw the mail video, the majority of the cards in that were for this deck profile, and as you can tell, it's a Dino-Thunder. Throughout testing the last week or so, I found that a lot of these cards work really well. There's a lot of supplemental engines. Some people go with a heavier Thunder Dragon engine and a smaller Dino engine. Some people go with a heavier Dino engine and a smaller Thunder Dragon engine. I chose to go the heavier Thunder Dragon engine. I just think it's a little bit more powerful right now. But the two engines combined just really complement one another, and the synergy is insane. I'm not 100% set on ratios yet, but I do think that once we get to the end of the video with some combos, you'll see that the ceiling of this deck is just absolutely incredible. So let's get into the cards. Starting off with your boss monsters, for the Dino engine, I played the double Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. I think this card is so broken, it's not even fair. 3,500 attack. Getting over this card is really, really difficult. You can destroy a card in your hand or on the field to flip all of your opponent's monsters face down during the main phase. It also can just attack every monster that your opponent controls, and for every card that it destroys, you basically inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. So this card is just insane. Next, I played the double Overtex Quatless. I would play it at 1, but this card loves to show up in my opening 5-card hand. As long as this card is sent to the graveyard via card effect, you can just add a double evolution pill from your deck to your hand. Also really good going first, if you know you're playing a spell reliant deck, you can just special summon this off of the double evolution pill and it offers you spell negate. And then next for our starters, I play the 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. This card is literally just your Rhoda or your Foolish Burial for the entire dinosaur archetype. It just sends any dinosaur from your deck to your grave, or it'll just add one from your deck to your hand. And then lastly, the Giant Rex. This deck banishes a lot, and this card special summons itself once it's banished, so it's just a free body, and it's a level 4, which comes up a lot for the extra deck. I do play the triple Battery Man Solar. Forgive the commons, they are first ed, so that kind of counts for something. The supers are in the Pure Thunder deck right now, and I just didn't want to go grab them out. So I know it's kind of controversial to play 2 normal summons, this one for the Thunder engine and then the Oviraptor for the Dinosaur engine. However, if you have this and you don't have the Dinosaur engine, it still allows you to play, and vice versa. If you have the Dinosaur engine, but you don't have any of your Thunder cards, they allow you to play. It's almost like playing 2 decks at the same time. It could be a play starter, or it can just be an extender. It's also a decent light target to banish in your graveyard too. You don't run a lot of lights, so the fact that there's 3 of them really does help. And for the Thunder Dragon lineup, I play the 3 OG, the 3 Dark, 3 Roar, 2 Hawk, and 1 Duo. The reason that I play such a high ratio is because when you end on Titan, this allows you 1, 2, 3 pops. This is also an additional 3 pops. You want to see your Roars off of your Allure of Darkness because it just helps you extend and plus as much as possible. Duo is a great extender, and then your Hawk clearly just gets you any of these back and helps you with your recursion plays. You don't need to play such a high ratio. However, these just allow you interruptions off of Titan. This also just is a main searcher for you. And the reason I like such a high ratio is because it offers you non-dinosaurs in your graveyard. So instead of playing hand traps and Called by the Grave, I opted instead for 6 slots to be triple Danger Mothman and triple Luna the Dark Spear. I think this might be the best common out of Chaos Impact. Everyone knows what Mothman does. You just reveal it. If they hit it, you draw 1, discard 1, which just helps you dig through your deck. And if it's summoned, it's a free level 4 on the field. And Luna is the same thing. Luna cannot be normal summoned or set, must first be special summoned from your hand by banishing 1 dark monster. 3/4 of your deck is dark and wants to be banished. So if you can't get any of your darks or your roars banished to get their effects off, this will allow you to extend with that. Plus, it's an additional level 4 on the field. And I think personally right now in this format, Abyss Dweller is the strongest card. So if you can end on a Titan and or a Colossus, an Ultimate Conductor, and an Abyss Dweller, there's no way you're going to lose the game. I think these cards are just better than hand traps now because your boss monster in your main deck, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, just stops your opponent from link climbing. Colossus stops them from searching. Titan provides you with interruption. And if you're able to get the Abyss Dweller play off, they also can't special summon from their extra deck. So hand traps are kind of useless anyways because all your monsters cover the rest of those bases regardless. For spells, play the triple Fossil Dig. You're just trying to find your OV if you need it to get your play started, or if you need your Giant Rex to your hand so you can banish and get the plus, also really works. A lot of people are opting to play 2 of this, but I'm opting to play 3 Double Evolution Pill. You banish a dinosaur and a non-dinosaur, and then you special summon a level 7 or higher dinosaur monster from your deck or hand, ignoring its summoning conditions. This card is insane. I only run it at 3 because you want to open it, and or if you're going second, you want to have it already so that you can just push through your opponent's board. A lot of people run this at 2, and I think it's fine at 2. I personally just like 41. Everyone says it's a YCS winning number, so 41, there's your 3rd copy. This card is insane. It just allows you to dig through your deck deeper and just banish all your dark monsters that you need to banish anyways to plus. This card is Pot of Greed in the deck. And then finally for your one-ofs, play the 1 Thunder Dragon Fusion, the 1 Gold Sarcophagus, and then the 1 Foolish Burial. Foolish can send you a Rex if you need it in the grave so that you can banish it later. It can also send your Quatless if you need to get your double evolution pill. Gold Sarc can just banish your Rex right off the bat so you can get them on the field, or it can be a play starter to just banish any of your Thunder Dragons and get you going with that engine. And then everyone knows what Fusion does. Recycles your resources, gets you Titan, gets you Colossus, whatever you need. The extra deck has a lot more wiggle room. I opted to play Land Fornicus and Beat Cop. They're just 2 generic Link 2s with downward pointing arrows, and sometimes you need more than one to get your plays going. This deck really revolves around the extra deck. So if you can open up multiple zones, you know, starting one here and then link off and then you start over here, you just opened up more zones. It's just a little bit more impactful to play 2, and I would rather have it than not have it. So I play those 2. For your Thunder engine, I do play the Tongue Twister, play the Phoenix for the spot removal, and instead of playing Unicorn, once again, I think arrows are important, so I wanted to have the 2 downward arrows while still being able to link climb. Unicorn is really good, however, I just think that the deck doesn't really need the spot removal. Conductor really just kind of does that for you, and if not, Titan does the same thing that Unicorn would do regardless. Plus, this just accumulates massive damage. For your Thunder engine, I do play the triple Colossus, the double Titan, because Nibiru is still relatively big. I do play the Nyarla Azathoth combo. Of course, you have to play the Logia and the Dulka. It is still a dinosaur deck, and the best card in the entire format right now, Abyss Dweller. This card is just insane. And then, of course, trying to keep consistency, we got to play the dinosaur token for our Battery Man Solar. So just to show the deck and what it can kind of do, give it to our opponent, they'll cut it for us, and then we draw our first 5. We've got Ovi, Conductor, Mothman, Fossil Dig, and Fossil Dig. First, of course, activate our Fossil Dig. Because we already have Oviraptor, we're just gonna get our, whoo, what a shuffle. Just grab our 1 Giant Rex. First thing I will do, normal Ovi, effective Ovi, send your Quatless from your deck to your grave. And then because Quatless was sent, Quatless will add double evolution pill. So we'll set this, we'll just reveal them off. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, reroll. 1, 2, 3, so they hit our Conductor, that's fine. Moth will summon, and then we'll draw 1. Whoo, hit the Moth again, baby, that's nice. Go double evolution pill, just banish the Moth in your hand, and the Giant Rex, special summon your UCT. Giant Rex will then summon. So you have options, right? You could overlay your 2 dinosaurs for either your Logia or your Dulka, depending on what you need. Or if you know your matchup, you can overlay your Mothman and anything else really, Giant Rex, into an Abyss Dweller, and this is your opening field. This will allow us to send our Oviraptor from the field to the graveyard, which will flip all of our opponent's monsters face down so they can't even climb up. And then this doesn't allow our opponent to the graveyard. It's not the best hand, but what I really like about this deck is if you don't draw any of your Thunder pieces, you can still play dinos. We've got an Ovi, a Hawk, a double, an Allure, and an Allure. Wow, that is interesting. We're gonna gamble. We'll activate Allure to draw 2. That's not bad. We'll banish our Quatless. We're gonna try to dig some more, so we'll just go again for Allure. 1, 2, there it is, awesome. So we're gonna banish our Roar. Our Roar will then activate special summoning a Dark. Then we would normal Ovi. I always say be careful of your zones because you know your links point downwards. So I always try to summon my first few monsters in zones 2 and 4. So Ovi, we already have double evolution pill. So Ovi will send Rex, and then we can activate our double evolution pill, banishing the Rex from our grave and the Moth from our hand to special summon Ultimate Conductor. On resolution, Rex will summon itself. And then we do want the extra body. So we can activate a Thunder effect in hand. So we'll activate Hawk, grabbing back our Roar. And then we will link 2 into our Tongue Twister, which will activate Dark, grabbing us our Fusion. We're now gonna overlay into our Abyss Dweller, activate Thunder Dragon Fusion, shuffling back the 3, which will net us a Titan, and then we'll just convert this into a Colossus. Turn 1, you still have 1 card in hand for you to destroy off of Conductor to flip your entire opponent's board face down. You could detach 1 material. I always detach the Rex so that your opponent can't from the graveyard. They're not searching, and they've got a 3200 body for them to beat over. Plus, your next card would be a Roar. Activate Roar in hand, trigger Titan. You could also just banish your Fusion, search your Vanilla, activate your Vanilla twice. You get 3 pops off of Titan, and then this is just game. Opponent will cut again. We'll take the first 5. We got an Allure, a Roar, a Fusion, a Luna, and a Thunder Dragon. That is insane. Deck thinning purposes, add the 2 vanillas to our hand. That way it ensures that we don't draw them when we activate a lure. 1, 2. Ooh, man, that's insane. We will banish our Roar, effective Roar, Special the Dark, Fossil Dig, an Oviraptor. We'll then normal summon Oviraptor, activate effect, sending our Quatless to get our double evolution pill. And you can see, even if you've got stopped, you have 3 extenders in hand already. We'll then activate double Evo, banishing Quatless, and we'll say a Thunder from our hand. This will grab us an Ultimate Conductor. Oh, look at that. Perfect. There he is. We will then link 2, land Fornicus, which will then trigger Dark, adding us a Hawk. Then you can just activate Hawk to grab back your Roar. Tribute your Roar into a Colossus. You will special summon your Luna by banishing said Roar, and then Luna is not a hard once per turn, so you can banish your Ovi, get yourself the second Luna, and then you know where that's going, in Abyss Dweller. You could have used Fusion if you wanted to get your Titan, and you want a card for Conductor to destroy, which would be this on your opponent's turn. They're still not from the graveyard, they're still not searching, and they're still not going to link climb. Plus you have safety and follow-up plays for next turn, in which you would draw the Batteryman Solar. So next play, let's just say your opponent's main phase, you destroyed this, they had nothing else to do. Now your zone is free, activate Fusion, shuffle back 1, 2, 3 for your Titan. And then because you sent this back, you can always just activate 1 in hand, search the second, which will provide you a Titan pop. The reason I would normal summon Solar is because it is a body that does not matter, so you can just destroy it off of Conductor. And once again, that's game. And we'll just do one last test hand, see if we can get a really good opening hand here. 1, 2. So we've got a double evolution, Solar, Fossil Dig, Mothman, and Oviraptor. So I would first activate our Fossil Dig, searching us a Giant Rex. Normal summon Solar, activate Solar to send our Roar. Activate our double evolution pill, banishing our Roar from our graveyard and then our Rex from our hand. Onto the resolution, Rex will summon itself, and then Roar will trigger special summoning your Dark, which will then special you a token, and you have a board of 5 monsters. So right now, if you are scared of Nibiru, you easily have your Nyarla as a thought play, and you could totally go for free, and then you can just link those away into your Beat Cop, still get your Hawk or your Fusion, whatever you need, and continue to go off from there. But we're gonna say our opponent does not have that. So we're going to link 2 into our Tongue Twister, and then Dark will activate, grab a Hawk. Discard your Hawk, grab back your Roar, and then you can just tribute your Roar for a Colossus. We'll just overlay these 2 into our Abyss Dweller, and then we will also convert this into a second Colossus. Top deck would be Thunder Dragon Fusion. Oh, that's just rude. So going first, this deck is just absolutely explosive. The amount of stuff that this deck is capable of doing is just incredible. I mean, you can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4 negates. That's why I like this deck. It just covers all your bases relatively easily. This stops your opponent from the graveyard, which is really reliant in this format. Both of these don't allow your opponent to search. And even if they got rid of one, they still have to deal with the other. And then you've got Conductor, which will also just destroy a monster in your hand and then flip any of their monsters face down, so they can't even extend. With these 4 right here, there's no way you're gonna lose the game. But yeah, so that's the deck profile. I think it's really consistent. Nibiru is not something that the format is really playing in the main deck anymore. Turn 1, you can always side around it, or you could also just play around it by not committing so much and extending as far as this board is. Do I think it's the best deck in the format? Absolutely not, but I also think that it's really strong. I think it gives Pure Thunder a very, very strong run for its money. It completely obliterates Salamangrates. This board right here completely destroys Orcust. And as I said, all your bases are really covered here, so it kind of just halts Rogue. I really recommend that you guys go give this deck a shot. If you're looking to buy any of the cards, the majority of them are also in our TCGplayer link, so feel free, take a second, go down, the link is in the description box below. While you're down there, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, let us know what you think in the comment section. Feel free to follow the Instagram, it's at CrushCardsYGO. And just finally, a huge shout out to CardBoredGaming. Links are also in the description box below for the amazing customized field centers. Huge fan of all the work that this guy's done, so make sure you go check it out and get some stuff for yourself. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for hanging out.